shall discuss about the topic project classifications. A project is an economic activity with well-defined objectives and having a specific beginning and end. An enterprise is based on project. The success or failure of future of an enterprise is generally dependent on project. A piece of planned work or an activity that is finished over a period of time and intended to achieve a particular process. So therefore, a project can be defined as a scientifically evolved work plan devised to achieve a specific objective within a specified period of time. There are basically few attributes of a project. A project is a scientifically evolved course of action with specific objectives and definite time perspectives. Hence, projects are building blocks built to meet the enterprise's objectives, and as such, effective project management is required to complete the project in a scheduled time and within a resource earmarked. Efficient and effective project management is required for the success of an enterprise. So let's discuss about the various classifications of projects in this session. Project can be classified on the basis of quantification, sectoral, techno-economic, and based on age, experience, and purpose basis. Let's begin to understand the first classification, which is given by the author Little and Mirrlees. So according to Little and Mirrlees, the projects can be classified on the basis of quantification, which are further divided into two broad categories: quantifiable projects and non-quantifiable projects. Let me explain to you what is quantifiable projects. Are those in which a plausible quantitative assessment of benefits can be made. Projects related to industrial development, power generation, mineral development, and so on come under the categories of quantifiable projects. The next is non-quantifiable projects, are those where quantitative assessment is not possible. Project related to health, education, defense, so on come under the category of non-quantifiable projects. The next classification is according to Indian Planning Commission. They have classified the sectoral basis for classification of projects. It is quite useful for allocation of resources during the planned periods. As per this classification, a project may fall into any one of the following categories, such as agricultural and allied sector, irrigation and power sector, industry and mining sector, and also transportation and communication sector. Even social service sector and other miscellaneous sectors fall under the category of sectoral basis, which is classified according to Indian Planning Commission. Let's move on to understand the techno-economic projects. Projects classification based on techno-economic characteristics fall in this category. This type of classification includes factors intensity-oriented classification, causation-oriented classification, and magnitude-oriented classification. Let me explain to you each of them. Firstly, factor intensity oriented classification are based on capital intensive or labor intensive. If large investment is made in plant and machinery, the project will be termed as capital intensive. On the contrast, if projects involving large number of human resources, they will be termed as labor intensive. Causation oriented classification. When causation is used as basis of classification, projects may be classified as demand-based or raw material-based projects. The very existence of demand for certain goods or services makes the project demand-based, and the availability of certain raw materials, skills, and other inputs makes the project raw material-based. And the third is oriented on magnitude. In case of magnitude-oriented classification, the projects are classified on the basis of size of investment involved in the projects. Hence, the project may be classified as large-scale, medium-scale projects, and small-scale projects. The techno-economic based classification of project is found useful in facilitating the process of feasibility appraisal of the project. Hence, the last category of classification is based on age, experience, and purpose. All India and state financial institutions classify the projects on the basis of age, experience, and purpose for which they have been undertaken. According to this basis, the profit oriented projects are classified as new projects, expansion projects, modernization projects, and diversification projects. Financial institutions classification also envisages the service oriented projects, which are classified as welfare projects, service project, community service projects, R&D, research and development projects, and educational process. The projects are based on these categories we have discussed on the four bases. Let's move on to understand what are the benefits or importance of project management. Project management serves a clear description of work to be performed, responsibilities and assessment of tasks. Time limit for completion of each task can be ascertained. Measurement of accomplishment against plans is possible. Problems are exposed in advance, allowing corrective actions. Objectives that cannot be met are identified early. And also, project management determines the nature of future pattern of services. It helps to facilitate development of basic infrastructure and environment. It helps in accelerating the pace of socio-economic development, and it helps to identify the necessary changes required in society over the period of time. Let's discuss few objectives of project management. The objectives formulating a project is an important element in project management. Project objectives are concerned with defining in a precise manner, as in what the project is expected to achieve if it is implemented. It provides a measure for performance for the project as a whole. So, therefore, it directs all the activities, it helps in managing risk. The objective is to solve problem, track the progress of the project, and also to communicate to the stakeholders. Hope this session would have helped you into learning about classification of projects, importance of project management, and objectives of project management. Thank you all.